We have another guest in the studio right now, Onome Appeal. Onome, good morning. It's good to have you.
Good morning.
How you doing?
Great being here on a Monday after the FIBA Basketball World Cup concludes. So it's awesome.
Was Spain your favorites to win?
Yeah. First of all, Serbia.
Okay,
Then
Serbia,
after
yeah,
the quarterfinal, I saw that Spain was doing so, and I tipped Spain to win, and Julius, so they did well. I thought Serbia were going to win it, especially how they started the tournament. Okay. I knew US were going to have a very difficult. Out of the 5 players that were invited for the camp initially, only 2 made it to the final squad. You knew that the quality wasn't there. But Serbia, surprisingly, I was surprised they didn't get to the final. For Spain, I knew they were going to get that once from the semi-final stage. I knew it was going to be Spain.
For Serbia, Serbia coming into that competition like with serious momentum. They came into that competition 10 wins in a row on the bounce. Started on a fantastic note, but just couldn't, sustain the momentum. Let's see the final standings now of the FIBA Basketball World Cup. Now we get to see where USA is on that list. We get to see where Nigeria is on that list as well too. So that's the top 10 right now. You remember, it's 32 countries featured at this World Cup in China, Spain, of course, champions, Argentina, France, Australia, Serbia, Czech Republic, USA 7th.
Yeah, USA 7, not surprised. Continue. Poland, Lithuania, Italy.
I know other men's got something to say about that one. There's Poland, there's Lithuania, Italy is 10th as well. So you're asking where's Nigeria? We're coming. Nigeria is going to appear very soon. On that list,
17.
Russia, 17 for Nigeria, not bad, you'd say.
Yeah,
not bad. Out of 32, yeah.
Out of the teams that didn't qualify for the second round, were the best of the bunch. That's what it means, because the second round had 16 teams. We couldn't go through, but won all our matches in the classification side. And I think it was a nice way to finish the tournament and also nick that Olympic ticket.
Very important. And other countries as well to, yeah, for Nigeria, I totally agree with Onome. Well done to the D Tigers for managing to come 7th out of 32. Okay, let's...
The best of the best, right? Or the best of the best, talking about
the All-Star 5.
All-Star 5. We have those big players, the ones you expected to be there are actually there. And there you have them. I mean, all the players who got this one, Ricky, of course.
Yeah, Ricky Rubio there. There's Bogdan.
He was really happy. Just look at him looking down.
No, how'd you say
he expected his team to be in the final, so you could understand his disappointment. He did so well. For me, if Serbia had gotten to the final, he was by far the best player. But they couldn't get to the final, which is why he's averaging 29.9 points per game. Awesome guy throughout the tournament. He was great. And I think,
Bogdanovic, right?
Yes, Bogdanovic. And I think it's also great to see Luis Scola there. For me, this is the biggest story of the tournament. The fact that a man in his mid-30s did so well throughout the tournament.
39.
Exactly.
He'll be 40
led them to the final. And I feel that it was great. It was good to see Czech Republic for the first time at the World Cup, getting as far as the final 8. But Luis Scola, what a story.
What a story. And what a story again before we leave basketball. Marc Gasol has become the 2nd player to do the NBA World Cup double after Lamar Odom did it in 2010 when he was with the Lakers, of course, with Team USA.
Yeah.
It's remarkable stuff.
It is remarkable. I think it shows this man has been around the Spanish setup for a long time. Second World Cup, he was there in 2006 alongside his brother Paul Gasol, who ended up being the MVP. Gasol is not there, but Marc Gasol is still going strong. Had an excellent season with the Toronto Raptors, and it's good to see him translate that form to the FIBA World Cup also.
All right.
Okay, now finally, we're leaving basketball, right?
Of course.
Okay, now let's talk about Nigeria National League and just take a look at what happened over the weekend. We waited for it, and the Super 4 is finally over. We have a winner, happens to be Aqua Starlets. The way that happened for them, they needed it, they wanted it, and they are in the Nigeria Professional Football League already. But this one, they needed... how do I put it now? They just wanted to crown everything up by being the champions of Nigeria National League. If you can see pictures coming from that Aqua Starlets, how they were able to do that? 2-0, they won the game. And of course, and after that, you have the draws and everything. The next one is going to be kicking off November 1st. Yes, that's the thing. But then this one beating Adamawa United by 2-0, and that was how they were able to win it. You followed the NL a little bit?
Yeah, it was very, very funny season.
Yeah.
Finally, we had to wait for the Super 4 for over a month for it to come on. We thought it could have been done since,
Yeah.
but finally it's good, it's over. I'm surprised everything went in a weekend, but they had to just choke everything up and make sure it was done. For Aqua United and the Aqua State in general, they were happy to have another team in the Premier League. They have Aqua United and now the exactly the Starlets are there. We hear they want to change the name, but we're not sure yet. But it's good that all these guys are up in the league, and I'm happy that for the next phase, which is the next season, there's already a schedule and the teams are already been drawn, which shows at least some level of preparedness from the league body.
Okay, you just saw him actually. Okay, well, let's just hear from him and all that. I think there's something he said that is really interesting about the fact that the kind of facilities they use in Enugu, that's the kind of pitch they want to see across Nigeria when the new season starts November 1st.
You can see the quality of the game going on right now. It's all about the fact that good facility begets good football. You can see the people sitting down and watching their game as if they are in their comfort zones of their houses. It means that an enabling environment has been created. There is relative peace in the environment. And when there is peace in the society and there is beautiful facility, the next thing is for them to recreate in watching very good football. That is what we are enjoying right now. It means that we have to bend backwards to ensure that all facilities hosting the NNL matches henceforth should be as comfortable or near comfortable as Nnamdi Azikiwe Stadium.
Yeah, we're waiting for November 1st, right? You were smiling while he was saying that.
I was smiling because in the MPFL, we do not have very good pitches all around. That's the stadium of Enugu Rangers. They play in the top flight. So it's not surprising that is what they want, but I don't think that's possible. Our stadiums in the MPFL are not so good. You go to Abia Warriors Stadium, really, really not good, Abba Township Stadium. But then I feel like most times the stadiums they use in NNL, you see sand patches all around. Yeah. I understand this frustration, but I don't think it's going to stop anytime soon. They have to pump in lots of money into club football for that to happen, and which I don't think any government will want to do so for a team in the NNL.
Okay, but then they can actually build facilities that the teams can actually use.
Yeah, they can, but it feels like a long way up from what we've seen so far, from precedents.
So he's just dreaming, that's what you're saying?
Yeah, it's a dream. It's something for the future, maybe a 5-10 year plan, but anytime soon, I don't think so.
That's kind of harsh.
Especially when the new season starts in November
1st.
Exactly.
Okay, let's take a look at the draws. The draws have been done, so all the teams, they know where they belong to, from the Northern Conference to the Southern Conference. Not so, okay, there you have it, the Group A1. Okay, now, okay, fire up. Where do we start? A1, Road Safety, you have Green Beret, you have Kada City, Oya FC, Malufashi is also there, DMDFC, ABS, Kogi United, Group A2, EFCC, Real Stars, Niger Tornadoes, Rarara FC, Academy FC, Kwara United, and Taraba. You also have Mighty Jets. Taraba, I don't think this team is really ready to come up. Okay, continuing, we have a Kebbi United, Zamfara, and Aklosende. They're also there in Group A2, Sokoto United, and Yobe Desert Stars are also in that group.
So that's for the Northern Conference.
Yeah, that's for the Northern Conference.
Yeah.
So Southern moved to Group B1. Colin Edwin is there, 36 Lions, 3SC, Dynamite FC, Ibom Youth, Gateway United, Giants, Brillas is also there. Group B2, you have Joy Comment, Stationery Stores, Crown FC, Bender Insurance, they're here. Vandreza is also part of this Group B2, Remo Stars and Lamre United in that order. Group B1, you have Akajobi United, Apes, Krane, Go Round, Abia Comment. Group B2, you have Josie FC, Atete, you have Bayelsa United, and also Rovers FC. That's Calabar Rovers you have there in Group B. Continue with this one. You also have the likes of, okay, that's it. Rovers, Calabar Rovers ended that one. So the new league season expected to start November 1st. That's when it's going to kick off. The Nigeria Professional Football League is 22nd tentatively, but then there is no draw for it yet. So just wait and see if it's going to start this Sunday.
We're hoping. We're hoping. Even this date, I'm scared because it feels like it might still be postponed.
Why?
There was an earlier date for the MPFL tentatively, and it was shifted also to another tentative date. So it's still not sure. And we wanted our league to be aligned with the world calendar.
Okay.
And right now, it seems like we're still lagging behind after doing everything to squeeze the last season so well. So right now, I'm asking, why did we squeeze that season together if at this time we won't be ready to start, this new season?
Why are you so sure we're not ready?
Because there's no date yet.
There's no draw. There's 22nd.
As a tentative date.
As the LMC come out to say that is exactly the date.
That's what they throw around.
Exactly.
Okay, so wait and see. Let's leave that one now and talk about our clubs that were in the continent. Talking about Enyimba, you expected them to really win this one, especially when you know you're playing at home, but they just couldn't. Let's get confirmation from that.
Goalless.
It ended goalless. Yes, right there.
Despite the red card,
Yeah.
I expected Enyimba to have capitalized on that. They went a man down sometime in the second half, and you thought that, okay, finally Enyimba could actually take their chances, but Halilal held on. And we know when we go away to Sudan, it's always a hostile environment.
Yeah.
We've seen the likes of Rivers United gone there and came back, with thumping.
Empty-handed,
And then
yeah.
Enyimba not being able to score at home, really, really surprising.
Yeah.
But the bright side is that they didn't concede.
Exactly.
So all you have to do is go away, score, and hold that to draw. You really don't have to win, but if they can get to score draw away from home,
That's
they're
good
through.
enough. I was going to come to that. I mean, goalless at home looks like a bad result, but if you look at the overall picture, they didn't concede at home against Al-Hilal. So in the second leg, hopefully they can get a score draw and manage to get into the group stage of the CAF Champions League, Nigeria's only representatives in that competition. We need to go on a break now. We'll come back. We'll be looking at the performance of Rangers in their own match in the CAF Confederation Cup. Also, we'll be talking about Tyson Fury and how he managed to get a win over his opponent, Otto Wallin, in Las Vegas. It's time to talk about Rangers International. They were in action as well, too, this time in the CAF Confederation Cup. They took on the Gabonese opponents, AS Pelicans. Rangers, unfortunately, lost that game by 2-1. That's confirmation of the result. 2-1 as well, away from home.
Yeah.
Disaster.
Not a bad one.
It looks like they're in a good position. Like we saw Enyimba did in the last round, went to Rahimo, just lost by 1 goal, came back home and won 5-0. I think for Rangers, 1 goal away is very, very good. It's always good when you get to score away from home. So they need to come back here. I think whatever happens, they need to score early, be on the front foot from the start of the game. And once you score 1 or 2 goals, you unsettles your opponent. And I think the Gabonese will be unsettled when they come to Enugu to play.
All right, so we wish Rangers International all the best in that return leg as well, too. Before we go to the papers, let's quickly talk about Tyson Fury. Return to action in Las Vegas against Otto Wallin early Sunday morning Nigerian time. And it's safe to say, Tyson Fury managed to keep his unbeaten record, but it was a very, very untidy performance from Tyson Fury. It was badly bloodied in this particular match. That's his entrance, representing Mexico. I don't understand where the connection has come from all of a sudden.
National holiday.
But it was badly caught in the third round by that particular punch we're saying right now. And he managed. Everyone is praising his heart and his grit and determination to overcome all that to win the bout. But you can't help but think that was a very, very rubbish performance.
It was sloppy from him. He needed
Sloppy.
40 stitches to continue. I think his Scotsman did a great job with him. But with Tyson Fury, he has heart. He can stay. No matter how many punches you throw at him, he gets up and then he continues, which is why I feel that, he would have what has kept him going. Otto Wallin, this Swede was really, really good. I think he would be gutted that he didn't get that win. It pushed Tyson Fury against the rope a couple of times in that one. And for Tyson to hold up and continue, it tells you that maybe there's something there. But there's a big but. What happens when he gets to fight Wilder? Because Wilder seems to be very, very strong and, getting better.
Course,
but it begs the question, is he really ready to face Wilder in February?
Not on the basis of that performance at all, because, like I said, it just wasn't good enough. Credit to Otto Wallin, but I thought Fury made him look good on the night. And for Tyson Fury, because of that cut, now look at the referee, soaked in blood. It was a bloody, bloody fight, to put it lightly. And for February now, Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder, that date for February is a bit, not so sure anymore now. Because of that cut, it's going to take a while.
He needs to recover fully from
heal
it, and his camp might actually, negotiate that the time they push, maybe sometime to May, to middle of the year. But I know Fury, he will want to prove that he can fight Wilder at that time and, prepare ahead of the fight.
Okay, yeah, we'll wait and see. Quickly, EPL, before we look at the papers and all that, looking at the, one of the games, just the weekend, the game between Arsenal and Watford. I mean, what happened to Arsenal? 2-0 up at the end of the day. It ended in a draw. Was like, okay, that's the confirmation of the 2 games played on Sunday. And you have Watford and Arsenal 2-2, having Aubameyang scoring first 2 goals, but then Watford came from that and were able to draw the game. But then in this game, they have 31 shots on goal. 31 shots
31
and
shots,
23 in the second half.
10
And
on
they just-
target
10
for Watford.
on target. And Arsenal, you know, they had just 7. So I think at the end of the day, Xhaka said the players were scared of Watford. Nobody wanted the ball. That's what he said. But I don't know if that's what really happened in the game. But I think just maybe could have happened.
It feels like it's poor quality in that Arsenal midfield because sometimes 60 minutes downward, when there was a resurgence from Watford, you could tell that midfield was empty. It was head-to-end stuff, and you thought you were watching basketball match because the midfield was just so empty, balls just
Well,
through
he
through.
took the 3 players out. The 3 players he started with almost at the same time.
Which added more problem to it, and then you're bringing in Nelson and Willock. That anytime Decore met any of those guys, he,
easy picking
very
stuff.
physical, and he was also always strolling past them. And I felt that he suffered for that. How about you keep these guys up until the 70th or 80th minutes, be sure of your lead before you take out your best legs and bring on these youngsters.
So Ceballos and Mesut Ozil being out there actually caused a whole lot of problems.
But I think Arsenal will be delighted they managed to get a point because at certain times in that game it looked like they were going to lose all 3 points as well.
Yeah.
So good win and good start, you'd say, for the new coach of Watford, Quique Sanchez Flores. Hopefully he can build on that and get off the bottom of the table. They're stuck right there on just 2 points.
Okay, and Neymar slams PSG for blocking his exit. He actually listened to an interview of him talking about
But
this.
Neymar, though, before we
Yeah,
go, did you see that goal?
Yeah, great goal.
After
Great goal.
being jeered
class
and
is
booed
permanent.
all game.
Good way to announce yourself back in the lineup, but the fans still weren't having any of that. They're
Yeah.
still not happy with him, so it looks like he still will leave. And when the fans have turned their back against you, it seems like there's only one way, which is the exit.
Exits.
Enemy number 1.
Public one. Thank you for coming on the program.
Great being here again.
Thank you.
All right, thank you guys for watching. I'm Cecilia Omogbe.
I'm Tyre Salam. Enjoy the rest of your day.